Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Talladega. I am your host, Deadman Strolling, with Sir Brazy Bull. We are WFO Racing Network. And we got quite a few cars, actually. What do we got, 19, 20 cars tonight? Not bad for an election night.
That's right.
Did you get out and vote today?
I did. It was an extremely long line for where I'm at.
Well, it doesn't look... Wisconsin's not looking too good. Gotta be honest with you. And neither is PA. Although, you know, it was 76 to 22%, and now Donald is up a little bit. So, anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here for racing action. Right here on the KDMS Xfinity Series. We'll be right back right after this. What, did it break?
Thought nothing could surprise you. You thought you'd seen everything, but you never saw me coming. All eyes on me, ready or not, I'm making waves. Ready or not, you can't escape. Ready or not, I'm on my way. You can't stop what I got. Ready or not, ready or not. Oh, here I come, so you better get ready, get ready. Something big is about to go down. Ready or not, ready or not, ready or not. Countdown's on, you best get moving. I'm about to change the game. Go ahead, try to outrun me. It's all the same. Ready or not, I'm making waves. Ready or not, you can't escape. Ready or not, I'm on my way. You can't stop what I got. Ready or not, ready or not. Oh, here I come, so you better get ready, get ready. Something big is about to go down. Ready or not, ready or not, ready or not. I'm making waves. Ready or not, you can't escape. Ready or not, I'm on my way. You can't stop what I got. Ready or not, here I come, so you better get ready, get ready. Something big is about to go down. Ready or not, ready or not, ready or not, ready or not, ready or not.
Good evening, race fans. Yeah, Grogu, I understand we got an election night, but guess what? Shit ain't gonna matter not much until, California weighs in. I think we're
Friday.
gonna, because sometime next week. I think we're gonna turn that red. What do you think? What's up, Leprechaun? How you doing, man? Welcome, race fans, into WFO Racing Network. Tonight, it's Dega, baby. It's Dega. And we've already got some people out there qualifying, I think.
We do.
I think we do. I think that was Paul Patterson that just did it. Vern Bradley's out on the track now. Looks like Dakota Floyd so far is holding on to the pole position. What's up, Royal? How you doing tonight? Okay. Well,
There you go.
there we go, I guess. So- Yep. All right. It is going to show that, well, let's just show it, I guess, huh? How about we do that?
How about we do that?
How about that? Dakota Floyd's got the pole tonight. Brad Patterson's going to be starting to his outside. Michael McCulley and Paul Patterson is going to be behind him in third and fourth. Roy Hyde and Kyle Stewart will be in the third row. In fifth and sixth, John Sanu, Justin Ritchie, seventh and eighth, Chris Blanchard and Burt Wilson, ninth and 10th.
And you're going to have Seth Steele and Chuck Sweeting starting 11th and 12th. Ricky Fagone and Matt Elder will be 13, 14. Richard Holland and Vern Bradley will be starting next to each other in 15 and 16. Mike Mitchell and Mike Whittemore, the battles of the mics, 17 and 18. TJ Lee will be 19th. Brandon Hinton is going to start 20th. And Ivan Jones is going to start 21st.
There we go. And we're getting gridded up. We're getting gridded.
Gridded.
Gridded, baby. Gridded.
Gridded. There they are.
Any useless shit we don't need to know about?
Well, this is Talladega, which we all know. Track length 2.66 miles. It is the largest oval in NASCAR. Let's see here. There is a thing called the Talladega curse. Many drivers' fans believe Talladega is haunted. Legends say the track was built on Native American burial. And there are tales of a chief who cursed the land over the years. Strange incidents and unusual accidents have fueled the superstitions, such as the big one. So it's notorious for massive wrecks, and the biggest one was known as the big one. Let's see. We've got where did that go? Fastest pole speed, 193.517 by Joe Nemechek in 97. Closest margin of victory, 0.002 seconds between Terry Labonte over Joe Nemechek in 1999.
Well, I just looked down at what? I just looked down at the live feed over on YouTube, and it's going back through the race again. What the hell's going on with that? Oh, there we go.
What do you mean?
Okay. No, I just had to update it, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Good evening, AAIA Ron. Looks like the pace car is coming off the grid. You know what that means?
Means we're going to be hearing green, green, green here in a second.
Green. Yes. I think we're going to just go ahead and start it out with a crank it up, baby.
Bring it up. Woohoo.
And there we go. Crank it up, sponsored by KDMS Rig Radio. Oh, man, Michael McCulley. We didn't even notice, but Michael McCulley dropped down in front of Dakota there, and he took over. And look who's on the outside, Brad Patterson. And Paul Patterson.
Rocking that awesome firefighter logo on his car tonight.
Yep. Look at this, Matt Tilder. Matt Tilder looking to the outside, going to try to make it 3 wide.
I was going to say, who's trying to sneak around the outside here?
A little early for that, I would say, but of course that's just my thought. Hey, if it fits, stick it in there. What's up, Denise? How are you doing?
If it fits, ship it.
Just like the UPS Postal Service. Same price. If it fits, it ships. And look at Burnt Wilson. Burnt Wilson down in there. Burnt Wilson down in there behind Justin Ritchie. No. Matt, I think, has just decided that, you know what, maybe the 3 wide thing. Well, no. He's going to make me a liar. Just like that. Paul getting a little bit squirrely. I don't think he expected to see a car on the outside. It must be working, considering that he's up 8 spots, Matt Tilder, in that one, hanging out there by himself.
I don't know if Paul's trying to scare him a little bit to keep him back, or if
or if he's just wobbling.
I mean, he's consistently waddling, I guess. So there's that.
I'm gonna hand it to Matt, man. I mean, that's pretty impressive to be able to get out there. I mean, you got cars that are drafting each other, and this is Dega, baby. Draft is gonna matter. Evening, Susan. Kind of wondering if Paul is thinking about jumping up in front. Well, Kyle Stewart said, you know what? It's working for Matt. I'm going with him.
You know, if he can, if Matt can get somebody behind him, there's another one to join the crew.
He just did. Justin Ritchie's going to go up into that third line, and we are three wide, three deep.
And they're making a run.
Oh, that could have been the big one.
You make an incident in the front in the beginning here, and
well, while they're doing that, Dakota has hipped up with Mike McCauley. And Roy Hyde is trying to catch up with that bottom line, and here comes John Sanu. Meanwhile, all the rest of the gang is like going down towards the bottom. They're like, not really sure how that's all going to work out. Well, you know, I mean, it looked like they were gaining up, but man, the Pattersons have just been locked in that center groove there, and they're not giving anything up.
oh, Michael and Dakota had a good push out there. They were 1-2 full out in front of everybody, and that middle line caught back up to everybody, and
trying to see who is that? Oh, that's Michael Whitmore, and the 914 has come to join in. And now look at this. Everybody bailed on Matt. They were like, hey, look, you said you could take us to the front. You didn't. We out of here. Oh my goodness, Paul. The Pattersons, Brad and Paul are going to take the lead. Holy shizit.
Uh-oh.
And we are under caution. We are under caution. Or are we? Oh, yeah. We had our big one. We had our big one. Oh.
Yep, there's only about 5 cars in the front group anymore.
Yep. Yep. That was, let's go ahead and take a look. Here is Richard Holland taking a look at what's going on up in front. Chuck Sweeney got rear-ended there, and yeah, it's just a cluster. Bam, bam. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Let's go ahead and take a look at it from the front.
Like Matt kind of bounced off the wall there and came back down into, what was that? 28? Into Brad Patterson, and
yeah, and we're all kind of squirrely up front as it was, and it looks like Matt just kind of come down and got into Brad, and Brad got into Paul, and Paul got into the rest of the field. KDMS teammates there, Dakota and John Sanu getting trashed up and caught up into that Michael McCulley. There, Chuck Sweeney. Richard Holland trying to go off the track.
I think all 3 of the teammates got into each other, didn't they?
No, there's only 2 out there tonight.
Oh.
Here's take another look at Richard Holland. Went way down low. Saw Chuck coming, and yeah, just didn't have enough room. My goodness. Let's take a look at it from, well, not that angle. What kind of shit angle is that? Oh, Richard gave a big lick into Brad. We'll take a look at Michael Mitchell. Michael Mitchell going down. He's going to try to figure out how the hell to get out of this, and yeah, not going to happen. Chuck Sweeney in there right behind Burt Wilson. He tried to check up. Tommy Haynes coming in there and slapping him in the ass and just kind of, going right into Dakota.
It was his teammate, Ricky.
My goodness. Well, we've had one caution here tonight at Talladega, and I'm going to have to say that was a big caution.
That was. Looks like Chuck's calling it a night now after that.
Yeah, once you get a certain amount of damage, it's over. It's done. Aerodynamics play a big point. We've got like 8 cars, and we got like 7 or 8 cars in the pits and 1 out. Well, that's going to shuffle some stuff up. Paul Patterson is now going to be your current leader with Justin Ritchie on the outside. Chris Blanchard, Kyle Stewart in behind them. Roy Hyde, Seth Steele, 5th and 6th. Matt Tilder is going to drop back down to 7th. Michael Whitmore is going to be 8th. Burt Wilson and Vern Bradley, 9th and 10th.
Looks like Justin Ritchie and Paul Patterson did not go into the pits. So, an interesting setup on how that goes.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that was probably, I don't know. I guess, hey, who knows?
I'm assuming they're counting on another caution, but we'll see.
You can never count on cautions in this league.
Nope.
What's going on, Scotty? How are you doing tonight? Dads. What the hell? I was sure I put that in the trash.
Green, green, green.
And we are back under green. Seems to me that if we are going to go under another caution, it's going to be on a restart. Matt getting out of the way. He must have got penalized. He's going to get out of the way and drop back.
Guys look like they're kind of all over the place on that corner.
Justin Ritchie and Kyle Stewart on the outside. Chris Blanchard and Paul Patterson down on the inside. Now, did you say that Paul Patterson and who else didn't go into pits?
Justin Ritchie and Paul Patterson did not go into the pits.
So we're going to have to keep an eye out on Justin Ritchie, who just dropped down in with Kyle Stewart in the back of him. And he's now leading the race. Outside line there with Seth Steele, Michael Whitmore, and John Sanu forming on the outside. Look at that, Rick Fergone coming up there. And we do it. Yes, you are correct. I do have to do a correction. That was Rick Fergone that came in there and hit the back of Chuck Sweeney. I don't even remember who I said.
I don't remember now either.
Tommy Haynes, yes. I said Tommy. And it would be pretty hard for Tommy Haynes to hit anybody tonight, considering he's not here. Seth Steele going to go ahead and move his way up to the front from that outside line. And now you got Michael Whitmore. Michael Whitmore and just Rick Fergone going to the outside. And look at this. Michael McCulley being involved in that last caution is already moved his way back up to the 6th spot. Does it look like we got a third line, maybe?
Looks like they're going to try again.
Mm-hmm. Chris Blanchard's going to start that third line. Matt Telder going to jump in behind. And Matt Tilder's got a teammate behind him now. It's going to be TJ Lee. Well, not quite up there yet, but, you know, working on it. Two teammates, actually. Ivan Jones and TJ Lee. Boy, if they can get up in there, and RGC will have a full team on the outside. Long line on the bottom. One car in the center. And teammates forming out on the outside.
They seem to be losing ground, though.
Yeah, they got a little bit tighter group on the bottom there, and more of them. .23 laps down. Seth Steele out in front. Just Ritchie in second. Chris Blanchard third. Kyle Stewart fourth. Matt Tilder. He'll be ranking fifth.
Justin Ritchie, for not going into the pits, is holding up pretty good. Paul Patterson, however, he's dropped down to 11th.
He's still up there pretty close and tight to that top first group, but yeah, he was able to get past on the outside. Now it looks like Matt Tilder's going to drop down there in front of Michael Whitmore. And we're back to 2 lines. What's going on? How are you doing tonight, Oliver? Welcome, welcome, welcome in.
And while we're getting these guys doing this long race run here, please go ahead and hit that like button, or as DMS likes to say, beat it like your redheaded stepchild, or whatever the hell he usually says.
Beat it like you just found him with your 16-year-old daughter. Just beat that like button.
Hit that subscribe. Hit the notification so you know next time we go live, which will be tomorrow night. And share it with your friends. Let them know where we're at. Say, hey, come check out these guys that are racing because they're really good racers. And I mean, there's some announcing guys
good
that we wish they would
announcers.
shut up, but you know, whatever.
I don't think you had to go that far. What the hell? Here's a surprising statistic there, Brazy.
Oh, all right.
All night long, Kamala Harris has been leading Virginia, and Donald Trump just took the lead in Virginia by 0.1%.
That's interesting because I thought that was already called.
Nope.
Interesting.
We picked up 2 in the Senate, and we maintain the U.S., the House, so far. And I only mention that because, yes, ladies and gentlemen, in case you haven't watched everything on every single channel on YouTube and on cable, it is election night here in America. Or should I say election week?
Election month.
Matt Tilder and Chris Blanchard running on that outside line have started to pull ahead of Seth Steele and Ivan Jones. All they got to do is close it down and secure that spot. And they just did, all 3 RGC members. Bam, bam, bam. 1, 2, and 3. Matt Tilder, Chris Blanchard, and Ivan Jones. Now Michael Whitmore and Rick Fergone on the outside. Now look at this. Michael Whitmore. Michael Whitmore and Rick Vergone going to challenge to the outside.
Get ahead, get behind, get ahead, go behind.
That's Talladega. And now it looks like TJ Lee had a drafting partner and John Sanu, and now they're caught up to that outside line. I will say one thing there, Brazy. I did notice something.
Oh?
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of John Deere green this year.
We have not.
Isn't that pleasant?
I don't think we've seen either one of those guys.
Isn't that pleasant?
I mean,
not the drivers, but the colors.
starting to catch up to the lap traffic. Mike Mitchell.
Yep, Mike Mitchell coming back on the track, down 5 laps, but still coming back. Had his shit all tore up there during that last caution. Going to give those leaders plenty of room. $35 laps down. 40 laps to go.
If there is not another caution, they will have to go in for a green light stop.
Well, look at this. TJ Lee is going to move down into that bottom line. TJ Lee up 13 spots. And that does look like Mike Whitmore is going to go ahead and move into that number 1 spot. Josh Rick and John Sanu staying to the outside, and now Whitmore don't know what the hell to do.
Door stayed too far open, and people are getting by.
Yep, and we knew that was going to happen. Gets up into the side. Fantastic job of Chris Blanchard. Chris Blanchard able to hold on to that.
There were several other cars behind him that kind of bounced off each other. It looked like expecting some chaos in front of them, and they all maintained their spots and held on. So good job on everybody on that one.
But now, here causes the situation. Look at the separation now between the top three, Rick Vergone, John Sanu, and Matt. Everybody behind him had to check up. Three of them are just going to fall in line and run it. Well, it took him a little bit, but it does look like everybody is caught up to him. You know what they call that, Brazy? No harm, no foul.
Looks like Michael Whitmore is getting in there, and he's like, I want my spots back, dang it.
Matt's going to venture out to the outside. RGC crew all together now.
Quite the battle going on from 1 through 8th pretty much here.
Yep. It's funny how that outside line is able to get right up to him, but then can't get around him. John Sanu and Rick Fragone able to maintain, and Michael Whitmore will be dropping down behind them. Matt Tilder and the rest of the RGC group losing a little bit of time right now.
It's been an interesting kind of push-pull for these guys tonight. You know, they get out in front, and then the outside line catches back up, and then they're racing side by side again. So,
yeah. And I'm wondering if there's any damage on that on Mike Mitchell's car that's kind of holding up, because he can't really get out of the way right now. He's in a situation where, you know, even if he is slower, he can't, you know, he can't go up, can't go down. Kyle Stewart right there in behind him. So they're gonna end up putting Mitchell right there in the center. Everybody gonna go around him.
You know, they're staying grouped up enough front to back that it's really anybody's race right now. I mean,
That's why we say it. Doesn't matter how many laps you lead. It only matters on what lap you lead.
I mean, TJ Lee was third, now he's down to 10th, and Michael Whitmore was back there, now he's up there, and now it's just, with the exception of Ricky, who's been holding first for the last few laps, everybody kind of behind him and John have kind of been rotating around. So,
Yep, we got 30 laps to go. Now, Matt Tillner and Chris Blanchard are making another move. TJ Lee back up there with them. Well, once we get done with this, we'll have 25 laps to go. Matt and Chris Blanchard making another run. Richard Holland out there on the outside. Gonna let them get on by. Unfortunate for him, his night has not been doing the greatest, getting involved in that first caution. Here comes the pack catching up to Ivan. Ivan's just going to stay to the outside. And Seth Steele is going to go down a lap. Once again, Brazy, we see that outside line didn't quite work. And they're all going to drop in line. And here they come. Down into pit area. And that's going to leave John Sanu, Kyle Stewart. John Sanu, Kyle Stewart, Dakota Floyd, and Brandon Hinton. Michael McCulley in your top five. All cars up at the top with the exception, nope, 53 included, are going to be lap cars. And here they come. John Sanu getting back out there on the track. Not a bad deal, huh, Brazy? First place into pits, first place out of pits. I think Brazy fell asleep on me, chat. Them boys are coming for him. Johnson going to drop in behind Roy Hyde. Just didn't quite have the speed and momentum to hold off them guys behind him. Matt Tilder now out in front. Chris Blanchard second. Michael Whitmore is going to be third. Nope, Michael Whitmore. Yep. Blinked out there for a second. Now Johnson is going to make a run on the outside. And Brazy still ain't back. $16 laps to go here at Talladega. I wonder if he muted himself again. He's been talking this whole time. He's just muted. He's been known to do that once or twice here, Leprechaun.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, see what I tell you. Well, good morning, America. Welcome to the race.
I don't know what. I had to restart one of my sound machines, so.
It must have been from Miami. We're watching our current pack leaders here. Michael Telder is in first. Rick Fergone second. Chris Blanchard just dropped down to fourth. Johnson Hughes up in there. Michael Whitmore is up in there. Burt Wilson up 7 spots. Now on that outside line. Outside line forming up. Richard Holland moving up there. He says, I might as well give him some hand. I give him a hand. Just Rick and Bert going to drop down, and they're going to take over the lead. Not really sure how Kyle Stewart got so far out the pace, but he's about to go a lap down. Now we got a race in here between John Sanu, Roy Hyde, Josh Rick, and Burt Wilson. 13 laps to go. Josh, Rick, and Bert on the outside. They look like they're going to make a run. Try to make a run.
Seems like that outside line almost needs 3 cars to make that line go. As soon as they get less than 3, that outside line just drops.
Yeah, I'm going to say you'd probably have to add a 4th.
There's Bert drops down and leaves Michael Whitmore out there all alone.
Might I add, Rick Fergone, who's currently our race leader, up 12 laps tonight. I mean, up 12 positions. Laps. What the hell? What the hell?
Up 12 laps. He's winning it tonight.
Here we go. The infamous 10 laps to go. Wow. Senate race in Wisconsin. Really close there, Brazy.
Yeah. A lot of interesting things going on here right now. But kind of watching that on the side.
You might be going Republican tonight.
Well, that's the thing that's interesting. So I'm looking at the breakdown, and there is some differences between the Senate and presidential race. So,
Oh, yeah.
very interesting.
Well, I would almost say that it almost looks like they're going to be satisfied right where they're at, but we know different.
Well, you're hitting that magic number of 5, and we know all friendships go out the door.
Yeah. Because it's not all for one and one for all.
It becomes me before thee.
Looks like Matt's taking a look to the outside around Burt and decided against it. Sooner or later, somebody's got to make a move. Current top 10 right now is Rick Fergone, John Sanu, Roy Hyde, Burt Wilson in 4th, Matt Tilder in 5th, Chris Blanchard 6th, Michael Whitmore in 7th, Justin Ritchie in 8th, Michael McCauley in 9th, and Vern Bradley moving up into the 10th spot.
First time mentioning him tonight.
Yep. He's in that second pack there on the back stretch. Five laps to go. Now only 4. 4 laps to go here at Talladega. Michael Whitmore, he's going to go out there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Had a little bit of decision making there.
Yep. Sure was. Chris Blanchard just driving it out there. And Matt Tilder, he's like, okay, this is when we got to do it, if we're going to do it. I thought maybe Roy Hyde was going to jump out there. Now we've got 3 on the outside coming up. Matt Tilder is screaming up towards the front, being pushed in there by Chris.
Be interesting to see if they stick together through the rest of the laps, or if they, once one of them gets in front, he drops down and lets the other 2 go.
Oh, they will. You only got 3 laps to go. And now the outside has been taken. Kind of trapping John Sanu and Roy Hyde there. If they were going to make a move, they should have, 2 laps to go.
It's going to be a battle to the end here.
Sure is. Final lap. Who's it going to be?
Who wants it more?
Burt Wilson's going to play peekaboo out there in the center.
I think he's trying to figure out where he can get a spot to try and get third.
Oh, you've got some. Final turn coming up. John Sanu getting kind of caught in the center there. Chris Blanchard's going to get in behind him, but he's going to take it right there. Rick Fagone, your race winner. John Sanu second. Matt Tilder's going to finish third. Roy Hyde fourth. Chris Blanchard going to finish fifth. Michael Whitmore is going to finish sixth. Bert Wilson is going to be seventh. Michael McCulley going to finish eighth. Dakota Floyd ninth. And Ivan Jones is going to be in your top 10.
Somebody I don't think we've spoken to this year.
What's up, Grim? Go ahead and put the race results up there so you can see where your favorite driver finished as we get ready for interviews. Whoops, wrong button. There he is. There he is. How about you, Rick? You got a copy?
Woo! Woo! Holy hell.
Holy hell.
I am a nervous wreck. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I guess I would be a nervous Rick.
You'd be a nervous Rick, all right. Oh, my goodness. Man, that was exciting.
Oh, that was wild, dude. I tell you, I owe this one to John 100%. He did a great job tonight, start to finish pushing, and he was able to manage his temperatures and push and keep it straight. So tonight was a real handful. I don't know if you saw it on the replay or not, but when people got that bump draft from behind, the car would get really squirrely. And you're trying to help people, and at the same time, you're trying not to kill them. So there was a real fine line tonight, and John nailed it.
Yep.
And he should be up here on the top step with me. So.
Yeah, we were kind of wondering.
Up, so that's pretty good.
We were kind of wondering if if he was gonna go in there, help you get the win, or gonna go around. And you had Matt and them, and they decided to go out there on the outside lane, and I think that was at that time he was just like, all right, let's do this, Rick. Let's just go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm surprised I didn't lose the draft and get mine back with the rest of the field. I muffed pit road pretty hard. I drove right through my box, both stops, and and I was going to take 4 tires, but I chose to take 2 real quick at the end and managed to keep up with the leaders there. And there was a lot of separation with the guys out front.
Well, not bad. You had to be thinking when you got caught up there in that only caution tonight. We only had 1 caution.
Yeah, I know it. That sucks for Chuck. Usually we're riding back there, most usually just follow, and by the time I registered that something was happening in front, it was too late, and there was cars going everywhere, and I wanted to go to the high side, but I think somebody was to the right of me, and I know somebody was to the left of me, and I kind of plowed right into him and sent him right in the middle of it, and I apologize to Chuck for that, but that's product of this type of racing where everybody's on top of each other. So
Yep.
I think the field did a great job tonight. I know there's a lot of room to race at Talladega. This place is way better than Daytona, and I'm finally glad to get this plate track victory off my bucket list. It's been a long time since I've won a plate race.
Well, there you go. Anyone you'd like to thank tonight for your win?
John Sanu, thank you, buddy. Goes around, comes around. I owe him one now, so I'm gonna thank him, and I want to thank Richard. I think he got caught up in some stuff early and got several minutes of damage, and and got a lap down off the pace. And of course, no cautions come out. I think he called that one. And I want to thank you guys up in the booth for broadcasting each and every week. You guys do a good job. Thank Vern and Michael McCauley for making this thing go around. Vern doing the points and keeping us all on our best behavior, and McCauley for setting everything up, making sure we show up to the meetings on time so he doesn't have to dock us up at any points or paychecks. And yeah, I want to thank the fans for showing up tonight. Anybody watching, this stuff's fun, and it's not as easy as it looks. I can promise you that. So, no, it was a handful, but.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys again.
Your winner tonight at Talladega, number 10, Rick Fagone. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and get the second place. Get Mr. John Sanu up here. Ah, shut up. What up, John? How are you doing?
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? And I use that term loosely.
You should. Especially if you look at my browser history. I mean, what? Oh, man. So, big congratulations and big, huge props. Rick was giving you up here in the booth. And we were wondering there, we got about 5 laps down, and we were wondering if you and Bert were going to go ahead or Roy go ahead and jump out there and try to go around and stuff. And then we saw Matt coming up on the right-hand side, kind of took that away, and then it was just kind of like, all right, let's do this, Rick.
Yeah, that's kind of what determines it, right? It's if it was just Rick, myself, Roy, if we were single file, then I would have started looking at, okay, how do I want to look at overtaking them, right? And making a shot at it. But as soon as I saw 2 wide, 3 wide's kind of dicey, can Rick. And at that point, I'll stay committed to Rick. I'll push him to the rim. You know, we all get along pretty well. So if to try to make a move there is pretty dangerous in a low percent win with another full row that's going to still have steam if I jump out.
Right.
So I just assume push Ricky, give him a win, you know, and just hope I push him hard enough to pull second. So, yeah, I was trying him. I don't know if you caught some of the broadcasts when I ended up coming up by myself, which I thought it was screwed. The boys had some issues on pit road, and I ended up hooking up with the front group and was actually able to hold my own on the outside and gain some cars up. And I got up by Ricky. I'm like, all right, Ricky, get out. Come on out. Come on. I was like, get out here. Let's go. We can push this. And he stayed in line. So I was like, man, because him and I work well together, and we got some practice and pushing them together and stuff. So, yeah, I was like, come on, get out, man. And then finally didn't. So I tucked back in line. I was like, well, maybe it'll work out. It ended up working out well. So when Ricky got in front of me, I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's do this. So I would have liked to gone for the win, but if it comes to possibly doing a bunch of wrecking and doing that, I just soon push him to win. You know what I mean? It's you know, we run clean here. I don't want to do anything stupid that's going to cause a wreck. I don't like that. You know, we held it clean this long. Let's finish it right. You know, so.
And I did notice that when
happy to push them.
I did notice that when you guys went in for green, it was you, Dakota. I can't remember the third, but you and Dakota were in there. And
me, Dakota, Kyle came in.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. It was Kyle.
Yeah, somebody else behind us too. And Kyle got caught speeding. Dakota slid in his pits and got too close to the box, so they gave him too far left penalty. So I will tell you on a super speedway, there's no bigger nut punch than coming out of the pits by yourself.
Oh, I know. You went in first, came out first, and then we were like, is he going to be able to maintain? And then, then the second group caught up to you. But you were able to get up and you jumped to the outside there, and like you said, and you got around a couple and dropped back down, and there you go.
Yeah, shout out to Brazen Bull. I literally at one point was like, all by myself. Exactly where I don't want to be. All by myself. Well, it worked out. I was able to catch enough of a draft off that group, and it worked out well. And like I said, if I can't get the win, I was very happy to be able to push Ricky, get him one. So that was cool. I was happy to do it that way.
Anybody you'd like to thank for your podium tonight?
First and foremost, KDMS Radio. I've been listening to that all week myself. Highly recommend to go check it out. 121.4. Rig Radio, iHeartRadio. Search Rig Radio. You'll find it. Come right to the top. Excellent station to spend your day when you're supposed to be doing work. For them, you guys, of course, the job you do up here is awesome. Oh, by the way, Dakota said to say hi. He said you'd miss him.
Oh, yeah. We don't get to talk to him this week.
Yeah. So, but yeah, all the guys on the team, like I said, we all have a lot of fun and it's enjoyable. Tonight it was Jacob couldn't be here. He's busy out of town, doing important stuff. So he's going to try to be back in town and run tomorrow night. But yeah, we had Dakota, Justin, Kyle. We had a lot of fun. Good run. So it's fun to run with the team. But so thank them. And then, like I said, Michael, of course, too. Always don't want to forget him. He's the one who puts us all together and has put together these last 2 years have been amazing. Probably the best racing WFO has seen. Car counts and quality racing has just been
I agree.
phenomenal. So the work they do. And Vern as well, and Hal. We miss Hal. We'd love to see him back. He can't be forgotten. He was him and Vern were the ones that put this together way back when. So
well, it is called WFO Racing Network. So
yeah. So yeah, shout out to, like I said, all the work they do. You guys do up there. You guys make the broadcast fun to watch. So it's been a fun year. I'm excited to start the playoffs now and see what happens there.
Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher tonight, John Sanu. Congratulations, sir.
Thanks. You guys have a good night.
All right. We're going to go ahead and go down here and move up to this gentleman here. I think this is, second time that we've talked to this man? How about you, Matt? You got a copy?
Sure.
I got you.
What's going on, buddy?
Well, I figured I'd take the week off last week and give somebody else a chance for an interview. So
Oh,
we had to come
my
back this
goodness.
week.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Hey, three out of 4 weeks.
Well, and I got to say, I was like kind of scratching my head because, you pushed that third lane pretty hard and pretty fast right there at the very beginning of the race. I was like, wow, okay, let's see what he got.
Well, when you can see they're not really pushing each other up there, you can do that by yourself up there because the side draft and everything, the giant air bubble that forms off the front 2 rows, you can pretty much do a bunch of stuff by yourself at that point. So I was like, they're seeing second and fourth place and they're a car length off of each other. So I was like, we're just going to go for it and see what happens. So
yep.
I'm confident in my ability to hold the line up there. So.
And so take us through that caution.
I haven't actually even watched it back yet. I felt like the 914 came up into me, but
okay,
because it looked like the bottom lane threw a block on him, and he tried to, rather than lift, he tried to go around it, and I think he tried to squeeze between me and the guy that came up to block him. But like I said, I haven't watched it back yet, so I'm not 100% sure on that. Just going off what it appeared. So
yep. Well, that puts you in the podium tonight. You're up 11 spots. So congratulations on that.
It's plate race. You ain't got to qualify for those. I don't care about the pit selection. That don't matter to me. Some people qualify for the pit stall. To me, it don't matter. Wherever I start. So
yeah. Anyone you'd like to thank for your podium tonight?
Yeah. Thank boys at RGC. We had a lot of great teamwork tonight. It sucks we got separated on that the green flag pit stop or whatever. I know TJ, I think, slid through his box. I think Ivan pitted earlier or something like that. So yeah, thank you guys for the broadcast. Whatever, it's a very nice product. I enjoy actually watching most of them back when I have spare time. So that the league admins for letting me race, and I gotta thank the owner of 4D Racewear for supplying me with all my racing equipment.
Well, there you go. He's got racing equipment, Brazy.
A lot of these guys got some fancy stuff. We are not worthy.
We are not worthy. Well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Your third place finisher tonight, Matt Tilder. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, boys.
All right, Brazy. Well, that's our first race here at Talladega. We've got another one tomorrow night. Truck race tomorrow night.
Trucks.
Trucks. Any final words?
Well, it was another good race, one caution, and we thought we were going to see a couple more there at a couple points, but other than that first caution, it was pretty clean. It was pretty competitive throughout, and a lot of good racing and a lot of lost commentary because we were watching how great a race it was, and I'm sure that's what the viewers were at home were doing too. So, look for another good race tomorrow night.
There you go. I couldn't have said it better myself because I wouldn't have known that that's what you were going to say. But I do know.
Oh, there's that.
I do know that I can say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight and spending your time with us. We know it's an important night and there's a lot of other things that are out there going on, but we appreciate you guys coming in here. And on behalf of WFO Racing Network, Vern Bradley, Hal Amy, Michael McCulley, I am DMS, and my co-host, Sir Brazen Bull. We want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out. Don't forget to smash that like button and that whatever else and that other dingy thing. So, yeah, that. God bless. We out of here.
Later on, everybody.